Hello, collective. Welcome back. Welcome back. I wasn't sure if I was recording or not. Hope everybody is feeling well, looking swell today. I know I am. Let's see what we got going on. Collective, I feel like you are fixing to find out that you got a lot of money coming in, honey. Yes, you do. That is what I've been feeling. That is what I've been discovering. Oh man, what I said, man. You in the spotlight. You walking on water, baby. You are walking on water. I feel like you are like Marvel Jesus. He rose on the third day, baby. People counted you out. All of a sudden, you just pop back up like a genie. What are your other two wishes? Ding, ding, ding. What are your other two wishes, honey? Somebody really counted you out, collective, and that is not what you are. No, no. You have come back, and you've come back not only with the vengeance, but you have come back with like poise and grace and beauty and just really speaking a truth that people cannot deny. Okay. If you are researching your own case at this time, collective, I feel like you are making headway. As far as the asset search goes and stuff like that, you may need to save some money, invest in on having a professional private investigator or a law firm that does trust litigation do that for you, because they do have access to like the LexisNexis and other sites that actually don't require you to be an attorney, but I think that you do have to have some sort of legal what is it, the word I'm looking for, legal occupation in the legal system, like a paralegal, or, you could just be you could be going to school as an attorney or a paralegal or something like that, and to something to that effect. Now you could do it yourself. It's, you just got to know where to look. And that's the part where, like I said, you have to do your homework. You have to research and find out all the databases that you have to and then too, you have to know the counties, for instance, to look for deeds. You need to know the county, of course, the state, the county, or just even just follow your nose like Toucan Sam would. Follow your nose. Collective, I feel like that you have made a choice to just invest in yourself. There's definitely an ending. You brought an ending to some situation that was not serving you. Congratulations for that. Because we are forever evolving, right, collective? Yeah, we are forever evolving. We are forever, getting through tedious times. Although we do have a season of peace and prosperity coming up here in the near future. I feel like here too, collective, with this new year coming on, I've been pulling this energy for y'all that November is quite significant. So is December. Remember, I told you fall into winter, beginning of spring actually too is going to be significant for a lot of you. I feel like that's when you're going to get some clarity and some movement on your case in your direction. Okay. But that being said, let's go ahead and shuffle these. Let's go ahead and get a prayer in before we get started, and then shuffle these cards and see what Tarot has to say today. Okay. I feel like you're getting a lot of much needed rest and rejuvenation. Okay. I feel like some of you may be having some pretty vivid dreams, and if you're not dreaming vividly yet, you will be. Possibly about the ones that have stolen from you. You're going to be dreaming about these people. You just pay attention to your dreams. Spirits want me to tell you to write these down when you wake up. I'm not even recording yet. I'm recording. I only hit stop button like I did last time. All right. Divine, most high, above all, most loving ancestors, Holy Spirit, archangels in heaven, crossed over loved ones, crossed over pets. Thank you so much for clearing out my energy and protecting my energy as I give this clear and concise message to my beautiful, wonderful collective out there. We bind and cast all money blockages, all lies, slander, deceit, especially in a court of law. Any dark spell work, any alienation, separation, and brainwashing of your children, your loved ones, and any other negative, foul, future spirit that is coming to this energy, we bind and cast that into the dry places. We send it into the dry ground in the mighty precious name of Jesus. And all God's people said, Amen. Ashe, okay? Collective, I feel like you are a spiritual badass. When I tell you that God hears your prayers, you have no idea. Like, your prayers are heard, okay? Even if it feels like they're not being heard, you're coming out of some sort of depression. Remember what I told you on the last week? You're coming through a depression, or if you haven't been going through a depression, you have definitely healed, okay? You are in the spotlight at this time too, collective. People are watching you and hanging on every word you got to say, because what you have said, what you have spoken, truth, what you have spoken has come into fruition, okay? All right, you may have been stuck on a subject. You may still feel like you're stuck on a subject, but you're not. You just got a new perspective, and you are coming out of some sort of loss, grief, and despair at this time. And that is what's up, collective. You're healing some old childhood wounds, I feel like. I feel like I keep hearing court case, court case, court case. Okay, there's what I say. There's a judgment going on in court right now. I feel like some of these family members that have been stealing from you, you're starting to realize that these people, the reason why they're changing their identity up so much is because they're trying to stay ahead of the IRS. They're trying to stay ahead. This tax evasion. I keep hearing tax evasion. Okay, it's the tax. It's just like what was it? What was he? Betty's up here scratching. Getting a good scratch going on. Al Capone comes to mind. Al Capone got caught up on tax evasion. They couldn't really catch him on anything else, but they caught him up on them taxes, and that's why they're going to jail. They're going to jail behind these taxes, collective. They may not be, and another thing too, once it's been discovered that they fucked with your mail, okay, they may not be getting a lot of time on the good faith part of supposed to be distributing your inheritance to you correctly, the executor or whatever. The executor might not even be aware, okay, that these people are headed for jail, because I feel like the executor of your estate possibly may be doing their fiduciary duties, but they just don't know what's going on because they have gotten information from your family that is not the correct information, okay? They may have a whole nother face attached to your name that they don't even realize. So what I'm telling you, collective, if you know if you go to your register of deeds and you know where your the will was filed at, and you may not know where probate court is going on at, but there's going to be on the register of deeds, there's going to be an address listed for that executor. You need to sit down. If that person does not have a phone number listed on the register of deeds, I feel like you need to write the address that is listed for that register, for that executor on the register of deeds, and you'll find that in the county, the state and the county where this will was filed at, okay? So you need to really think back if you don't know where it's at. Think back about where your family originated from, okay? That's where you're going to have to really dig down into your roots, okay? And like I said, there could be an ancillary probate going on, which is probate going on in one state for property in another. So that's where your asset search is going to come in and prove to be very beneficial for you as well. Do not take everything I say per verbatim, because I am not an attorney. I am just like you, y'all. I am researching my own case because I am limited on funds and I have to get down to the truth. So I have to do things, on my own. So I'm researching a lot of what I know as public information, which I can find on YouTube, or you can just find on, Google search or whatever, or you may just be inquiring with, into people that actually have this knowledge on this situation, on this subject. I'm sorry. I also feel like you may be having some people that are trying to really shit you up, shitting, right? They don't want you to speak. They don't want you to be elaborating on your situation or your circumstances, okay, collective? They want to say that you have got some sort of miscommunication or misinformation. That is not the case, though, collective. I feel like you're right on. Okay, they're trying to block you from being seen. They're trying to block you from being heard. They're trying to block whatever communication you may have. You may have some people that are trying to report your page or report your Facebook profile or whatever social media that you have where you're speaking your truth on, collective. They're trying to report that because you're really exposing somebody that's got a position of power within this court. Or you may be exposing somebody that's in a position of power in this coven. Okay, so I'm pulling Mason vibes with this as well. I don't know why I'm hearing gunsmith is coming through pretty heavy right now. Okay, you may have some people who likes to fight and cause drama. That's really venting on why they want to. These people want to reconcile with you, collective. Even though you're venting and exposing these people, they still want to get back into your good graces. I feel like you may be getting word here pretty soon of somebody passing away. Okay. There's a private investigator that is investigating your case because it is exposing somebody in a position of power. This may be exposing a judge or a lawyer or somebody that has some sort of influence within the judicial system. Okay. You may have a sibling that you don't know that is your sibling, or you may have somebody that's posing as a sibling in your case. Okay. This person is fixing to go out. And what I mean by going out, this person is fixing to pass away. I want to get some clarity on that. Okay. Because when I refer to, if you're watching me, you're my divine masculine, my divine feminines, okay? If you're resonating with this read, all right, not everything is going to resonate with you, so please use discernment when watching tarot. Okay. Only take what resonates with you. Now, there may be some information that be coming to light that people are posing as your family that really are not your family. Okay. These people that have been stealing from you, possibly you don't even know. These people aren't even related to you in any way, shape, or form, that are that got in cahoots with some of the family members that are related to you, if that makes any sense, collective. I feel like you have siblings that fell for an okie doke. Okay, somebody came in and offered them a big bag of change in order to give up or give you up, essentially, to keep this charade going, to keep this theft going, to keep this identity theft going. Okay, and they got mixed up because they got glossy-eyed with the money that they were offered, and they took the bait. They took the okie doke. Okay, and that's what's causing them to be facing jail time. Okay. We also have the Nine of Wands. You are the wounded warrior. Maybe your sibling is also a wounded warrior too, because they are the ones that are going to go down for this. And little did they know, when they took the okie doke, when they took the bait, that they were going to be set up to literally take the fall as well. Okay, that is why they were approached. That's why they were offered this amount of money. And you know what's so crazy, collective, is that why wouldn't they even stop and think about it? Like, why are these people who have nothing to do with my family, but are, I'm hearing lawyers that were involved with doing the trust, setting up the trust. We're talking about attorneys involved with this, people. We're talking about old school attorneys from way back in the day when they set this up for your great grandmother. I feel like your great grandmother is coming through real heavy right now. She set up maybe 1, 2, 3. I'm hearing 4 different trusts. And I'm also hearing two of those people that was involved in setting up that trust are now serving time in prison for fraud, mail fraud at that, identity theft, and stealing property from you. Okay, so these people had a lot of hands in transferring real estate over. I feel like some property was left to you that was very lucrative. And I don't feel like they were able to actually sell off this property. This property was passed down to you through a family trust, and it was supposed to stay in the family. So there must be something, there's some mineral rights attached to this property that's got some kind of revenue coming in for you that you possibly don't know about. But I feel like you're getting down to the bottom of the barrel. You're fixing to find out a whole 5-gallon drum of tea on this, okay, babies? And this has to do with some property, some home coming into the spotlight. You're fixing to discover, you're fixing to find word out, or you're fixing to just, receive. I got chills right now. You're fixing to receive some sort of communication from somewhere. I'm hearing this is going to be somebody that is already possibly locked up. You may need to, if you found out that there were several settlement agents that were involved in setting up a trust for one of your crossover loved ones that for sure where this trust was set up at, you may discover that this person is actually in prison. You may need to reach out to this person in writing. I feel like you need to write some letters, collective. That's what I'm feeling, man. You need to write some letters, because I feel like these people in your family are sitting on this property, or they're claiming to be your family that's sitting on this property right now. And I feel like one of these attorneys is going to spill the beans on this. Come through, Spirit. What else does my beautiful, wonderful collective out there need to know? That you are blessed and highly favored, baby. And if you haven't heard today how wonderful and beautiful and blessed and loved you are, I'm here to tell you from Jukebox Tarot that the divine has his hand on you, babies. And you know what? We're going to get through this, baby. We're going to get through this contract. Somebody got you in a fake marriage, honey, in order to masquerade as you, possibly. To stand in your place, or to say that they have the executor of your estate. So this could be somebody posing as your husband, your wife, somebody that is your power of attorney over you, or your guardian, your you know what I'm saying? But I think the easiest route for them to go was to put you in a marriage. Fake marriage. Okay. Come through, Spirit. So we still going to be hitting on the same bullet points, okay? So now we got the Knight of Swords in reverse. Ooh, boy. So you said something in the past that has now got these people at a hot standstill. They can no longer come at you and attack you. I feel like these people were gunning for your life. I feel like you may have discovered some something that showed up in your environment that proved to you that there was somebody that was in cahoots with somebody from your past that has knowledge of this, okay? and you may have removed yourself from that person, all right? You're walking out in blind divine faith here in the recent past. That's the reason why they can no longer attack you, collective, because you walked out in blind divine faith. You walked out in the divines, man, and the way that you did it too, these people really thought that you were just gonna fucking fall flat on your face, man, but you did not, okay? And they were gunning for you, but now they can't because the divine has his hand on you, baby. And you know, like I say, God will use the foolish things of the world to confound the wise, and you are that foolish thing of the world according to these so-called people that are so great and they're so badass in their own mind, right? They really did consider you the fool, okay? The village idiot, so to speak, but you are not. You're quite the opposite. You are really, man, you are like a hidden weapon. Yeah, this is definitely somebody in your family that can no longer attack you, because you have the divine's hand upon you, and this is in the recent past. So somebody was really gunning for you in the recent past, but they have been stopped dead in their tracks, okay? I feel like they were coming in to literally take your life, man. But now that we're in the reverse, it's return to sender. And I really feel like they were going to do it in a way because they feel like you were so foolish that maybe you resorted back to some old people, places, and things that they were hoping they would be able to do this easier and be able to get this done, but it did not. In fact, I think what it did is it exposed your family, this family member, or this person that's claiming to be your husband or wife. Could be dealing with a Gemini. Doesn't have to be. Yeah. Here currently, though, we got the Page of Cups in the reverse. All right. So I feel like with this is that you're not accepting any proposals, apologies. But I feel like this person could be trying to mask their gender. They might be doing identity that they're changing up their identity in order to stay ahead of the IRS. So if they were, say, like your sister, your sibling, or whatever. Okay, if she's a female, now she's posing as a male, only to go back and pose as a female. You feel me? And might quite literally be going down and getting dressed up, and you know, as a female or as a male, in order to get these IDs done. I feel like they got somebody in their pocket that knows how to do knows how to refurbish titles, birth certificates, marriage certificates. They have somebody that knows how to do these documents, these forged documents very well, to where they look so convincing, okay? So convincing, in fact, that, you know, it will betray it betrays the whole legal system. Like, even the legal system sees like these documents are legit. I feel like even the red numbers that are attached to these documents are legit. Like, they're really forging these documents in a way that is hard to, unless you have a machine or something to really spot this, and if you're not looking for it, it's going to pass through. And especially if you have an attorney or somebody that's working in the county clerk's office, or even, I'm hearing the DPS. I feel like somebody works in the DPS office, because a lot of these records have to go through the DPS in order to get these identifications, right? So I feel like somebody might be working the DPS and the postal office. We got postal service we got a postal service worker, we got a DPS worker, and we got a county clerk that works in the deed department. So we got three main players here. And then we have the attorney that knows these documents are not legit, but are filing them in the court as legit. Okay? The settlement agent is the one doing the filing on these documents, knowing that they are not legit, but they look legit, okay? Too legit to quit. Hey, yay, too legit to quit. That's what they think. And they think they too legit to quit, huh, baby? You too legit to quit. They wasn't counting on you, baby. No, they was not. They was not counting on you. Because you are strutting your stuff, because you having victory right now, whether it be in your personal life, whether it be in your spiritual life. I feel like you really have got victory over these heartaches, these betrayals, okay? And that is the reason why you are unapologetically moving on with your life. You have no sorries. Like, when I say, I'm not sorry, I'm not, like Pee Wee Herman, I'm not sorry, I took the money. They're not sorry they took the money. So why the hell should you accept any apologies from these people? Right, we got apology on top of apology, baby. I cannot make this up. We got the Knight of Cups on top of the Page of Cups. What? Oh, no, they're trying to, they were coming off really immature in the past, right? About this apology. Oh, we're going to be committed. We're going to be this. And they realize that you're not falling for that bullshit. A little bit too more mature than that. So now they try to up their game a little bit. They're going to try to up their game a little bit. We're going to come in a little bit more sophisticated for the collective to accept our apology, because the collective is really unbothered. You are heaven on earth, collective. Nine of Pentacles, man. Yeah. You are heaven on earth, and they're starting to see that you hold the key. You hold the key. I feel like they want you to hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. They want you to hurry up and shut up. They don't want you to be confident on what you're speaking. They also want you to sleep, 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 so you don't wake up. These people may be trying to poison you with some sort of sleep aid. Don't eat that. Don't drink that, collective. Okay? And that is the truth, man. That is the truth. They're trying to cause as much delays as they can in this truth and being exposed because they want the statute of limitations to run out. But little do they know, and I've had some people comment in my comment section, you're absolutely right. Little do they know, it doesn't really matter on the statute of limitations if they do run out on your case. The fact that you can prove mail fraud, identity theft, and all that other jazz, that's what it's going to get them hemmed up, okay? So I agree with you on that, collective. The ones that they've gotten in my comment section and, you know, constructively corrected me on some things, I do appreciate you. I do. Thank you. I really do appreciate your truth and your knowledge coming forth. And I tell you what, I will take it. I'm not gonna reject it, man. These people were hanging on to something that don't belong to them. They're holding on very tightly, and they're wearing a mask too, collective. Okay, they're wearing a mask. They're trying to wear a mask because the truth. I like how this truth. Look how it's got like the blood in the air. You see that? Do you like my nails? I'm gonna keep smiling, baby. Just smile and wave. Just smile and wave. Smile and wave with love, okay? But I like how it's cutting down from the meat to the bone. You know what I mean? Like it's cutting through the dry ground. Just like we cast these demons into the dry places, into the dry ground. Baby, you are standing on truth right there. And the truth that you hold, nobody understands how you know what you know. And that is the reason why you can, and look how, what I like about this is like, you're not strutting wearing your outfit. No, you're putting on the horse that you rode in on. That's what's strutting. It's like, that's the horse of truth right there, baby. And you carrying that wreath right there. He's like, no, I'm going to let truth speak for itself. I'm going to let it speak for itself. I ain't got to get all bedazzled up and try to jazz myself up. No, because truth speaks up for itself. And the truth is what bedazzles you, baby. It's the truth that what brings you, gives you this beauty, this light, this glow. I feel like some of you even got a glow about your face. Like when they take pictures of you, like your whole face is just like, it's got like this glow to it. Your whole countenance has changed. And that is because that's a divine on you, collective. Even though they want you not to be able to see that. But other people are seeing it. I think other people see it in you. And I feel like other people have pointed that out to you here, collective. You know what? And believe it. Believe it. Believe it, because you are blessed and highly favored. You are God's, man. And that is the reason why you're not in this depression, this lack mindset, this loss, this despair anymore. Because the truth has been your guiding light, baby. Okay? Yeah, you're not focusing on the cups that you've lost. You're focusing on the cups that you're fixing to receive and that you have left. And that is what the divine wants you to do, collective. To focus on what you have. And to manage it well, because there's like two meanings I'm getting to this card. You know, even though they're trying to hang on to something that don't belong to them, what I'm also seeing with this card is that you are managing your money and holding on very tightly to your spiritual knowledge, to your finances. Like you have really grown and matured, collective. You're becoming a whole new, like I feel like you need to put a cape on and call yourself a superhero, baby. Yes, you do. Because you speaking your truth and you coming into your own has really caused a lot of bad luck for these motherfuckers. I'm telling you, excuse my language. You are walking karma, good or bad is on them, isn't it? Come through, spirit. Oh, I'm so excited for you all. I feel like you're coming into this whole new knowing being. Like you're a spiritual badass. If you know, I got chills from head to toe, man. When you pray, God hears you. And you know what what I also hear God say, vent to him. Vent to him about what they've done to you. Just like a child, like if your child was to come to you and say, Mama, Daddy, this person over here been picking on me, and they've been doing this and that and the third to me, and they've really been hurting me. And what are you going to do, parent? You're going to go to that person's parent, and that parent don't do nothing. What else are you going to do? You might even step up to that. You might even step up to that child and be like, hey, look, you better leave my little kid alone. You better leave my son and daughter alone. Okay? Now, if you got somebody that's even bigger than them trying to bully them, you're going to stand up and go toe-to-toe with somebody. Like, you ain't messing with my baby. That's how God feels about you. You're his baby. You're his child. So go ahead and tell on these people to him. Be like, look, Dad, look what they doing to me. Do something, Daddy. Get them. Get them, get them, get them. And God's going to be like, I'm going to get them. Because you hold a lot of secret knowledge too. There's a lot of, okay, so instinct, deep intuition, emotions, crisis of faith, secrets, decisions. Okay, they want you to question your faith. Baby, no, you ain't questioning your faith because you are standing in your truth and in your power. You may be spitting mad. Somebody's spitting their teeth out like sandpaper right now too. And you know what? If you are collective, that's because you fixing to get you some new teeth, baby. Yes, you are. If you up in age like me, they just gonna start falling out one day. So you just gotta be worried. All right, wisdom, intelligent, perspective, strength in adversity, strategist, highly ambitious. Man, baby, look at you. Making your own way, man, in the world. Standing strong. Be determined. You are so determined to fix. You're so determined to get to the bottom of this. Because you know what? Sometimes all we got left is a fight, right, collective? And they really counted out your fight. Like, they really didn't know how much you was going to fight. And that has been their bad luck discovering this. Because the wheel is not turning in their favor because you are fighting back, collective. Yeah, you are fighting back. You got a judge that's watching this case, or you could be the emperor. You could be in control of your own life, right? Order, power, boundaries. You are definitely setting some boundaries, okay? Balance, all right? Security. You are your own wisdom, okay? Judge, powerful man, authority, or powerful woman. There's somebody that's in a powerful position that's watching you right now. And this person that is watching you is watching these people have this bad luck. Like this wheel is turning not in their favor, okay? This judge is seeing this. They're not able to work on this judge, okay? Or this judge may be discovering all the work that they have done. That's why they got bad luck. They're not able to work on this judge. And this Queen of Pentacles has gone in debt trying to do work on this judge, is what I feel like with this. I feel like you got a judge and an attorney and a private investigator that's working on your case unbeknownst to you. 7 of Wands, they're defending you, collective. You don't even realize this yet. I feel like you have a case going on right now. Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, they were supposed to bring... There's an offer that's coming into you here pretty soon. And it's pretty lucrative. Like, look at all them peacock feathers, man. It's a lot of money, collective. It really is. You got a lot of money coming in. You have a lot of money coming in. And look at that. Look at that. Somebody is wearing a mask that's acting like they were the ones that were supposed to be, you know, flexing this money. Somebody was trying to flex this money in front of you. Mm-hmm. But the burden of proof is on them now, isn't it? Come through, spirits. Knight of Wands. They want to take action. But if you are taking action, you're taking action. Quick action at that, collective. You're taking action towards your own faith. You're taking action towards your own money. I feel like whatever you do for business now, collective, your business is growing. Your money is improving. Like, you're just going to wake up overnight and realize, damn, you got a whole nother 2 zeros on the end of your fucking, your pay grade. I'm telling you, it's coming. If it ain't happened yet, it will. It may have just happened for you. You may have just woke up and realized you just made a couple extra $1,000 and didn't even realize, oh my God, where'd that come in? You know? Because what you do for work, collective, you're doing what your passion is, and you're very good at it, okay? And I keep getting the Beatles. Somebody may like the Beatles. Beatles may be significant for you. Somebody has buried some money in a garden. Somebody has buried some sort of something in a garden or on this property that they stole from you. There's some deeds and there's some sort of safe that's buried on this property. I'm seeing that very clearly with this card for some reason. That's going to be very specific for somebody in my collective, okay? And they are acting like they are bankrupt, but they're not, because they have the stocks and bonds and the deeds and the titles or whatever they got, whatever they stole from you. It's buried on this property, collective. It's buried on this property. And I feel like what's going to happen with that is that it's going to come up. Yeah, there's no resolution with these people. There's no coming to calmer waters with these people. They're trying to hide this shit. They're trying to hide it, and it's become a very huge burden for them to keep it hidden. Because even though it's hidden, how are they going to use it? How are they going to utilize it? Like once they get out of the clear, like, oh, so say like they go to jail or whatever. I ain't gonna say I go to jail because I ain't going nowhere to jail. Okay, I've been in prison long enough with these motherfuckers. Excuse my language. Okay, that's why you're so defensive. You have a lot of people defending you at this time, or you're fixing to have your defense against this. Okay, who's defending your new beginnings? There's somebody defending your case, collective. Okay? They know you don't give a fuck. about these people no more. And they know that you got a brand new bright beginning coming in. You got people that want to side with you. I feel like even the practitioners want to side with you now. That's crazy, right? The witch doctor that they've been using to come against you now wants to partner with you, now wants to be in your favor, because I feel like what this practitioner is realizing is that by attacking you, it's caused them to lose a lot of money, a lot of word of mouth credibility. Like their business has really hit the ground. Like their business has really gone nosediving. And now that I see that they're now secretly working in your favor, I feel like whatever this family member that's come to them and is trying to get them to do this work against you, right? Trying to get them to betray you, this practitioner is not doing that anymore. Because this practitioner, is realizing that they are dying. This could be a practitioner in your family having an aha moment too. You could be, you know what? You may come from roots where you actually have some witches in your family. And that have become career criminals. And you wasn't even the wiser. And the reason why they have gone out of their way trying to keep you canceled, or to keep you hidden, or to keep you questioning your own identity, and definitely questioning your own spirituality, because you literally are a heavy hitter when it comes to the spirit realm. Okay, collective? When I say God hears your prayers, you are the chosen. You are the starseed. You are the one that was meant to bust this whole case wide open. They don't want you to know who you are. They don't want you to know who you are, but you are literally the bride of Christ, man. You are partnered up with the divine. You don't have to partner up with no human being. No, you're partnered up with spirit. And that is what they are realizing, collective. And that is what's got these people worried and up all night, and probably being haunted by your ancestors, and probably being haunted by the same demons they sent to you. Yeah, they're being haunted by the same entities they devoted themselves to take you out. These entities are now working against them and working for you. Not because you asked them to, but because the divine says, oh no, touch not my anointed. You are the owl. You bring the message. And God knows, if you have to bring the message of death, so be it. They can either learn the easy way or they can learn the hard way, right, collective? Either way, they gonna learn today. You know what? They rejected you, left you. They missed out on the opportunity to partner up with you. Because you partner with God. You partner with spirit. Jesus is your homie. That is right. And that is the reason why all protection is removed off of these people. And I feel like this is the Archangel Gabriel coming to bring the message of what? What I said. What does the owl bring? And look at the tears. The owl is crying blood. There's going to be blood spilled. If not already. Oh, what I said, baby. What I said. The angel of death is bringing destruction. Okay? What the angel of death is also bringing is this unhealthy attachments. All these addictions and all these weird attachments they try to put on you, collected, to keep you in your mind or keep you lost in the sauce somewhere. It's now on them. Because you are highly protected. You are a master of what you do, and you speak truth. And I guarantee you there's a lot of people that listen to you when you do speak, because you do speak truth. It resonates. The past is returning. Now they want what I told you. They want to reconcile with you, babies. They do. And your babies want to reconcile with you too. I feel like you got children that are proud of you. Even if you don't have actual children, you have children that look up to you. Yes, you do. Now, the past that's returning that wants to get back into your life, this could be a past ex. This could be a past friend. Just take it where it fits, collective. Was the juice worth the squeeze? Was it worth it? But I feel like this past is returning to you is going to cause you a lot of celebration. This could be children returning home to you, collective. Grandchildren. For those of you that have been ostracized and alienated from your grandbabies, from your children. God is bringing that back. God is going to heal that. Just know it. And all the manipulation in the world, honey, cannot prevent God giving this back to you. They manipulated the fact that they were supposed to give this to you. This was supposed to be given to your children. But they stole it, collective. They stole it. This brother energy stole it. And then they want to act like it's your fault. You're the reason for the season. That is the reason why they feel like they had to spy on you and attack you, because you were not good. You were not equipped to handle this money. Okay? But you got people that want to work with you, collective. People that are working behind the scenes to put these motherfuckers in jail, imprisonment, and justice is going in your favor, collective. You just got to keep being patient, baby. Keep being patient. I'm telling you, just keep researching. You're going to keep finding, it's like you're going to keep finding another, what is it on Ancestry, like on the Ancestry genealogy, the Ancestry.com? They got the little hints. You're going to keep finding little hints that's going to keep broadening up and opening up this whole Easter egg of like information that's going to help you dive down and get really to the bottom. All right. Even though they wanted to keep you stuck on a subject, baby, you're not, even though the waves are rising and you're just like stuck, but you're not sinking. Look at you. You're just poised. You're like, I know what's going on. I know what's going on. These people want you to be weak-minded, stuck, weak-minded, alone, in a hermit mode, right? But you're not, man. You're on fire. You are on fire. Look at that. You got the Jaguar. Is that the Jaguar? No, that's the lynx in the back, right? The cat in the back just watching this shit. And you know what's crazy? Wow. Like, if you really look in this, the patterns right here, like, it's like you got two different spirits about you. Like, people can't read you. Like, people can't really gauge what you're going to do next. You're predictably unpredictable, collective. Yeah. You've been traumatized. You've been traumatized through everything that's happened to you, but you don't look like you've been, through what you've been through. Like, you're over here just minding your business, walking through the garden of all these wands that you done took, all these beatings you done took, all these whacks you done took upon your back, right? But you're over here feeding the cat, moseying along like, yeah, I've been here. I've done this. I know what I'm doing. You are full of hidden knowledge. I feel like you are looking younger by the day, even if you're older, collective. I feel like you've got a new vitality about you that people don't understand where it comes from. The number 11 can be very specific or very significant for you, okay? You have a lot of divine protection, all right? And this death that you've been calling upon these people, it's going to happen. I think that's what's freaking people out, okay? Is that they're trying to prevent this death from happening, okay? But I feel like with this King of Pentacle card right here, like you have really drawn your protection in the wood. Like you may actually have done some sort of ritual, not necessarily for a spiritual reason, but you may be doing something that has to do with nature. Like when you get out and get into nature, you get grounded, collective. Okay, I feel like you may have a spiritual connection with trees. It may be necessary for you to get. I feel like you may have just seen some bucks fighting too. You may have just seen 2 deer fighting. Yeah. I feel like your roots run deep, collective. I feel like you're like popping out of nowhere. Like they really counted you out and all of a sudden, poof, boo bitch, here I am. And Judgment is making her rounds, man. She's dropping them packages for the holiday season. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my God, what's in that package? I don't know if I want to open it. That's what they're thinking. Okay? Because that's the bad news that they're receiving, is that this judgment that's coming is not going in their favor. It's going in yours, collective. Because you are the empress. You just wave the scepter and the wheat grows. Look at you. You stirring that pot. Well, they try to say you're the bitch in the backyard with a cauldron. But you know what? You don't even have to be. Look at you. You just stir the water. You cleanse the water. You're clearing the water. Okay? And look, it's effortless. It's effortless for you. It really is. And that is the reason why this 10 of Pentacles, this family legacy, this inheritance is coming into you, collective. And what I said is coming in quick. You may be receiving a new vehicle on top of it. Yeah. Spirits want you to learn how to juggle this new finances that you're fixing to receive, okay? They're trying to juggle blocking this communication from coming into you, but they can no longer compete over this, collective. This lover, this contract, this person that had you in a fake marriage, okay, whatever this may be. I feel like this person is a jackass. Look at the donkey right there. But you are just, look at you how you just manhandle this jackass right here. I feel like you have many layers to you. Wow, that's pretty. Yeah. You have a lot of options coming in, collective. All right. You have a lot of choices that are fixing to come in. And your sister is very confused about wondering if this was the right investment for her to do this to you. I feel like she's now questioning, was the juice worth the squeeze? I don't know, sis. Was the juice really worth the squeeze? Because unbeknownst to you, because the way you attacked your sister, your sibling attacked you, collective, okay? Now you're exposing everything that this sister is involved with because she attacked you. Now, has she come to you straightway and been, truthful with you and said, hey, sis, look, this is what came in. What should I do? I don't know what to do. They want me to do this, that, and the third, but this seems kind of fishy to me. No, the bitch took the okie doke instead, and that's the reason why she ain't getting her wish for fucking filming, okay? Because they went against you. They're no longer able to win at all costs. I'm already telling you, my oldest sibling's already gone out. They found her OD'd in San Antonio in a car. Open and shut case, right? Oh, bitch OD'd. Who cares? Fuck it. Whatever. Throw her in the fucking fire, burn her up, and send her ashes off to her son up in Alaska. And why? That happened a month after they tried to take my life. The same way. But that tower didn't happen to you, though, did it, collective? No, it didn't. And that is the reason why they could not offer you up as a sacrifice, because God said, you know what, it sucks that it had to be my other sister. But I think my oldest sister has something to do with it as well. And I think she finally got a clue in Denmark to come and say something to me about it. And that's the reason why they took her out. That's the reason why you're at a crossroads with these people. They try to keep you blind to that fact. They may have even wanted you to go take care of one of these other siblings that was involved in trying to not only murder you, but unalive others as well. That you were going to fall for that okie doke. What I said. I cannot make it up. There's my unalive card. Well, sisters. Sisters! Yeah, you may have some sisters that are no good. Oh, they want to take action towards you, huh? They want to come at you, but look at you, collective. You're like, I wish a motherfucker would. I'm ready to see something pop off. I'm just ready to see the face. I'm ready to see their faces change. Fucking evil smile. You know what I'm talking about. The name Samantha could be significant. The name Wendy could be significant. The name Bethany, Lee, Amy, Lisa, Jennifer, Brandy. Oh, we can't forget about Kathy, can we? Oh, no, we can't forget about Judy. Oh, my God. Kimberly, Dawn, Maria. There's a lot of Marias out there, so don't take offense if I say Maria and you're not in my my trough of fucktards, okay? I'm not referring to every single one of y'all, but that could be as names that's significant in your family. Tony. Reminds me of that movie Scarface. At the end where she's telling her brother, huh, you want to fuck me, Tony, huh? What, you want to fuck me, Tony? You want to fuck me, Tony? Like, your sister or your brother probably did fuck each other. Could have had a child named Kathy. There's no celebrating that knowledge coming to the forefront, is there? You may discover there was some incestuous shit going on in your family. Could be the one that left you this big bag of money. The product of the brother and sister that actually married wealthy in life. The last name Feltz could be significant as well. You know, AI doesn't always have to be accurate, but I tell you what, just Google your name. And if you can't find your name, anything under your name, under a certain browser, just go to a different browser. Be surprised what you find, collective. So that is what I have for you today. Let's go ahead and get a time frame on this, because you are exposing some shit. And you are doing it unapologetically. Next week looks promising. Baby, what I said. We getting close to the bottom of the barrel here, baby. Yeah, we got January. I've been delivered, praise the Lord. I've been delivered by his blood. I was bound by the chains of Satan. No more, I've been delivered. Praise the Lord. What a mighty God we serve. What a mighty God we serve. Glory, glory. Angels bow before him. Heaven and earth adore him. What a mighty God we serve. That's what I know. That is what I know. Oh, next couple of years. Oh, we do have what's the cap on this? What's the cap on this, Spirit? I heard 4 years. It may take you 4 years to get this done, honey. I don't know, but I do know next couple of weeks and next couple of years. So it's going to be a little bit different for everybody because I got a lot of y'all watching me. So we got to keep that in mind, okay, collective? Because I'm telling you, it may be the next 4 years for myself. Who knows? Tomorrow looks promising for somebody, though. I done pulled that twice. All right, we're going to pull how many cards? 3 cards, Spirit says. 3 cards. Let's bring 3 cards. And one of the first, January. We're going to be having some fireworks and popping off in January. 3 months from now. Wow, let's see. November, December. Yeah, that is 3 months from now. I'm 3 sure. And we got March. So you may be Irish. If you're Irish, this could be popping off in March. Okay, 41. We got number 5, number 6, and the number 8. One more, Spirit. And tomorrow looks promising. We're going to take the top one, but we're going to take them all. Let's go ahead and see what they all say. Next new moon. May. You have the power to create the timing by taking action. Wow. Now that is pretty fucking significant there, collective. You may need to put something into action in order to get this ball rolling so that you can receive something in the next couple of months. Okay, this may be very significant for somebody in my collective. Like I said, I always use discernment watching tarot. Take the meat, leave the bones. If it smells like cologne, leave it alone. But I feel like some of you may need to write that letter to the executor, or some of you may need to go ahead and start saving that money or inquire about an asset search, okay? You may need to start looking into a trust litigation attorney, see what it's going to cost, and start setting that goal and start setting that plan to meet that financial goal in order to get that going in your, so you can get some shit going in court, okay? So you can start digging down and getting some legalities going in your favor and not just waiting for, something to fall out of the sky because, faith without works is dead, right? We have to take action. We have to put the ball in motion if we want to see some results. So that is what I have for you today, collective. This is Sadina Hair Jukebox Tarot. Until we read again, get you some, babes.